I want to talk about Miss Fallynn's interview that she did when it comes to Miss Porsha,
Porsha,
which yes, it was so
girl, I'm already
unbelievable.
cackling. Girl, stop.
Were you shocked to find out when Porsha and Simon separated?
No, was anybody?
You think that was real?
No.
The whole relationship you don't think was real?
You don't think it was real at all?
No, I think it was just a ploy to get back at me.
So let me ask you this: if you ever ran into Porsha, what would you talk to her about?
That wouldn't be a safe scenario.
Oh,
Why?
it's smoke.
For her or?
It's smoke. Got it.
I mean, at the end of the day, she know what she did. It could play out in the media however everybody wants to try to play it out. I know what she did. Simon knows what she did. Porsha knows what she did. That wouldn't be a safe scenario. So I wouldn't even put myself in a predicament of even allowing that. You know, I'm a grown woman now.
Oh, to talk to her.
Talk to her. Ain't gonna be no talking.
Were you shocked to find out when Porsha and Simon separated?
No, was anybody?
You think that was real?
No.
The whole relationship you don't think was real?
You don't think it was real at all?
No, I think it was just a ploy to get back at me.
So let me ask you this: if you ever ran into Porsha, what would you talk to her about?
That wouldn't be a safe scenario.
Oh,
Why?
it's smoke.
For her or?
It's smoke. Got it.
I mean, at the end of the day, she know what she did. It could play out in the media however everybody wants to try to play it out. I know what she did. Simon knows what she did. Porsha knows what she did. That wouldn't be a safe scenario. So I wouldn't even put myself in a predicament of even allowing that. You know, I'm a grown woman now.
Oh, to talk to her.
Talk to her. Ain't gonna be no talking.
Talk to her. Ain't even gonna be no talking.
But
Ooh,
peep how
Fallon.
many times she paused though. She was trying to be real strategic with them words because she know Porsha will put them paws on you. Okay. Porsha will meet you in the alleyway. She will meet you at a reunion. She was trying to be strategic with her words, but I feel like that was low-key egging her on to where she had to feel like she had to sound like she was hard. So when she said, what did she say? She said something like, that wouldn't even be no, we watched it twice. Something like that wouldn't even be no safe predicament. And they said, what do you mean to talk to her? She sat there. She rocked back 3 times because she like, damn, what am I gonna say? And then he said to talk to her. She was like, shit, talk to her. The word, it wasn't believable. There was no conviction in the words, and the pause to me, just, you don't want the smoke, Fallon. What did Porsha do to her, honestly? Because whenever they first got a divorce, she made it sound like yes, I get it. A girl came over to your home, dabbed your man up, whatever. But when they first got a divorce or when they first separated, she made it seem like Simon was the one who was wrong. They had been separated. He was fucking around with your assistant. So it's given very much. The check is running low. So let me say something to get back in the media. So, you know, to get the money up. It's given the check is running low. You done had a whole baby since then. I think 2 pregnancies since then. That's wild.
The second clip that was supposed to play that didn't was her pretty much saying that Dennis came to her, had a conversation with her, I guess when he wanted to work with her to be the brand ambassador with his company. And he told her that Porsha and Simon had been messing around for a year prior. And he came to her and said, I thought you knew about it. Because the whole damn city knew about it. And she was like, nah, because I was never allowed out the house. She says, now to come to think about it, I know why. And he said, well, I'm sorry. But like, yeah, Porsha told me that you knew and you was okay with it. And that's why she said that. I don't know, girl. Thank you for the super chat, Keisha. Question: people keep saying Porsha got hands. Have we seen her fight? I've only seen the before and after. They said Porsha had been sleeping with him. Thank you so much for the super chat, Keisha. I don't know if she got them hands.
Y'all don't think Porsha got them hands?
Not really, because when I really think about it, we didn't see what happened. We just know she liked to fight. That don't mean you can fight because you want to fight.
Like to fight.
Yeah, like, and we've only seen her with Cynthia, and Cynthia kicked her in the puss.
Right.
I think Porsha just really didn't want to fight Cynthia. But one thing I feel like whenever Porsha get into these situations is more so like she's very quiet. And to me, I feel like the quiet ones are the ones where you like, okay.
Yeah,
she was pretty quiet with Kenya, quiet running down the alley.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna ask that woman that.
If it's Fallon or Porsha, okay, and let me say we don't condone fighting. We don't condone violence.
Depends
But
what
in some,
childhood Fallon had. I'm gonna
you
say
said-
that.
Let me say
Okay,
this. Let me make
I was
sure I
gonna
say
ask
this.
y'all.
If Fallon had to fight,
Somebody said, ask Jami, and I want y'all to know I'm not the Jami, okay? I'm not the Jami that was in
Right.
the alleyway. If I promise it would have turned out different, but
we
it's
asked
not
Jami.
me. It was not me, baby. I know you're probably not talking about me when you
I'm
say
not the
ask
one.
Jami, but she's talking about, somebody that wouldn't me back.
We've
But
asked Jami.
FYI.
Jami don't be wanting to tell us specifically what went down. Okay. But I'll just say, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't know which one will win. It just depends on the type of childhood Fallon had. Because if Fallon was like a kid that grew up poor, she might know how to fight more so than Porsha. Again, because Porsha, you were fighting a model. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what I mean? But I will say this about Fallon. I feel like you played yourself in that interview because we know that she was fucking on your husband when you was at the house. We know. But
She knew.
why are you mad at Porsha, but you're not mad at the nigga that made sure you was at the house so that you wouldn't know he was cheating with Porsha? Why are you not mad at Simon still? Because to me, I feel like if there's anybody you should be more upset with, it's him. Because he was the one that cheated on you. He was the one that lied. And he was the one that played you out after it was all over and made it seem like you was starting and bopping around with Jalen as if he didn't orchestrate that shit too. So I just kind of feel like Fallon played herself and she looks stupid to me. Like at the end of the day, girl, what? You want to fight Porsha now? All this time later, you still mad? You ain't moved on? You been knew that lady was fucking your husband, but like, girl, come on.
I ain't gonna lie, I be getting confusion when I listen. Well, I ain't gonna say when I listen, but I've recapped and listened to quite a few of Fallon's interviews, and I just be getting confused sometimes. Some stuff don't be aligning all the time. I'm not even trying to, I'm just being real honest. Like it just don't be adding up. I be like, so which one is it though? Like
probably
did he keep you under control or did he not? Did he encourage you to do the show or he didn't? Did he not want you on the show, but he wanted you? It's just different stuff that I'm in confusion about.
This is a situation to me of, now I know they was married, but Simon ain't for nobody, honestly. This is a situation of if I was able to take your man, he was never your man. I hate to say it. And I think she knew that. So I'm just like, I usually don't go by that, but Simon was nobody's man. Kind of like Scrappy. If somebody was able to take your man, he wasn't your man. He wasn't. It didn't matter if he was married because he's been married umpteen times. He has no respect for the institution of marriage. So whatever Porsha did,
of the United States. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, really, honestly.
No, dead ass. You know how much, like, how crazy you gotta be to like try to fraud the government, like to get kicked out and then create a whole new identity and come right back over this bitch. Like, I'm still over here, nigga. Like, y'all gonna have to send me back again. And then be over here like I'm gonna keep filing shit so you can't send my ass back. Like, listen, at the end of the day, I feel like Porsha and Simon, I kept feeling like they were both scammers on some level. Like, first of all, Portia's delusional. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know what was going on in that house because they would get on social media and fake in front like everything's perfect, but there's no way that that's fucking true based on what we know as grown ass women and what we know now. So I'm just kind of like, I really wanted to know what was going on. I know that it was a lot of drinking going on. I've heard that. Oh, and somebody said, Porsha not running down no alleyway if she can't fight. That's not true at all. Bitches who recognize who really can't fight and who don't want to fight. Listen, the way Jami speaks makes me feel like she may not have had to fight a lot growing up, which means if you can recognize that somebody ain't really about that life, you can and do all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make yourself seem bigger and badder than you really are. If you know the person you ain't really about all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not good enough, a good enough excuse. I need to see them hands in person.
In person, yeah. I don't think Jami's like that either.
don't.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned her voice. I'm like, she don't really seem like that type of person that just want to fight or do nothing. Like, avoids that type of energy. Thank you, Nicole, for the super chat. There are time-stamped photos of Porsha in the same places as Simon, like a year prior. I hope she starts dating Dennis and has a baby with him. Thank you for the super chat. She said Dennis cannot. This is what
That's
That's a
Fallon
little
trifling as
too
said.
fuck.
far.
That's trifling as fuck. We don't
Oh,
Yeah,
and then I was about to
that's on
say,
some
and
damn
then
Black China.
PJ and they baby could be like, oh, let me not. Let me
And
not.
very, yeah. That's some Black China type.
Yeah, it'd be like some Black China stuff. Go ahead
Mhm.
and
Smash your
become
brother since
auntie
you dated
then.
my
you
man.
all see that comment?
Y'all become aunties.
Which comment?
Nigga said Dennis is messing with Drew. Where you got that from?
Girl, don't make me fall
Because
out
she
this.
was, you
Do
remember there
not
was a
make me
clip
fall
of
out this
Dennis and
chair.
Drew together.
No.
Y'all didn't see, it was a couple weeks ago. Drew was in the studio with Dennis, I think.
No,
And
I
then one of the things
didn't.
that I thought was weird was like literally after everybody was commenting on Drew's post, like, why are you with Dennis? She go post a picture talking about go naked hair. So then I was like, is something going on? So then I went to see if they were still following each other, and Drew and Porsha still
I'm
follow each other.
done. I can't take it. Please don't. Girl, if that's what we
Yeah.
in for, I'm not gonna be able to handle it.
But why would Dennis? I just was confused why Dennis was in the studio with Drew. I didn't know he was into the music stuff.
Maybe he's friends with the producer, and he just happened to be in there when she was working.
But why would it?
I'm trying to say that's like that's crazy. BIT. Somebody asked you about Dennis, and you told me some damn go naked hair. If that
She
ain't some
made a
Porsha
post.
shit,
She made a dedicated post. See, this is the way I feel like it was. Everybody was blowing her up like this looks weird. And then the next post was go naked hair. And I felt like the post was to like make it seem like, nothing's going on, man. That's my girl, Porsha. Da, 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 da. I gotta try to find it. It definitely was a couple weeks ago, and nobody was talking about it. So I was like, maybe I'm tripping.
that's what I'm wondering. And the hot dogs is good too. Greg, I had went over but
they
that's
are?
crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that ain't true, y'all. I'm not gonna be able to handle that one. That's a lot. That's a lot going on right there. Hopefully, Drew is gonna be invited back. That's messy. All right, y'all. Anything else on Miss Fallon, the Porsha saga? We good on
I
that?
still take Porsha in a fight, but it's cool. Against Fallon, I do.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.